So tell me, how hard is it to confess in front of the whole world? I mean, how personal is this album?
This album is one of my most personal records. Let me just say, this album is one of my most personal records. You know, it's actually the album that, you know, allowed me to get more up close and personal with my fans, as well as tell stories about things that I had experienced in my personal life or things that I just, wanted to talk about.
You had us waiting for a little while. Normally the release was planned for November 2003. It only came out in March. You had like over 40 tracks ready. What happened?
Well, good things come to those that wait. I had to sequence the album, and there were a few people that I wanted to go back in the studio and work with. It's always when you get to this stature or status, you have to kind of work along with other people's schedules. And I wasn't going to put my album out if I didn't get certain songs.
You have the highest chart entry ever for an R&B artist, best-selling artist of 2004, huge hits, yeah, Burn. Did you expect that? I mean, you work for it, I know, but do you, when you see it happen, were you like, yeah?
Well, I'm into making history, That's always been my thing. I always wanted to, stand out from the rest. And I've always worked hard for everything that I've gotten. It's a step-by-step process. You could look at one album and say, this is the most success I'm going to have, or you can look forward and say, I want to do even more. This is just a means to get to another level. And I think I'll be there. I think I'll stay there until I just don't want to do music anymore. And that probably will never happen. And I'm happy that I could be a sole representative for R&B to do something and show that, R&B music is meant to be here forever. And ain't nothing you're going to do to change it, especially when it's hot and you can't stop it. You dig what I'm saying?
How do you work on an album? Is it like, did you have the concept in mind and then you start writing your songs, or you just write a bunch of songs and then you see, oh, well, if I take this and that together, it goes into that direction?
All of my a majority of my records are audio visuals, especially for this album, because I used so many personal experiences to explain the stories. But, past albums, some of it would be fantasy, some of it would be, things that were inspired by, things that I felt, things that I did when I was a kid. Like, dancing was a big thing as a child. So I did a song called U-Turn. I created a dance that everybody could do. I don't know, it's just a party starter.
How do you feel about the comparison that a lot of people have been making since Justin Timberlake came out with his solo album? Between you two guys?
There is no competition, I stand alone. I'm a one-man show, and I've always been a one-man show, and it's easy to compare two artists that are solo together, but you really have to truly work for each and everything that you get. And the longevity that I have as a solo artist is what makes me stand out from all the rest. And I won't stop. I'm persistent, and I'm in it to win it.
That's the future. You won't stop. You'll be all over, and we'll be looking forward to that.
I'll be on your channel. Like I said, I live here.
All right. Thank you so much.
Moving in and I'm staying.
This is the Music Factory.